Hello everyone,
Resident Evil.
Shadefyre here, and welcome to the second bonus episode of Let's Play Resident Evil 3. This episode's been a long time coming, as this is the unlockable bonus game Mercenaries, Operation Mad Jackal, which I've been putting off doing because I'm not very good at it, and I can't guarantee that I can get through this in a single video. But we're going to try here. Now, despite being called the Mercenaries, this is more similar to the Extreme Battle Mode than it is to later Mercenaries. So we get 3 characters. You don't actually get to unlock any more, unlike Extreme Battle Mode, so these are your 3 and you're stuck with them. They kind of count as 3 difficulty levels, at least to me. Mikhail here is the easy difficulty. As you can see, he's pretty heavily loaded out. And then Carlos is kind of the medium to hard difficulty. He's just got the assault rifle and a pistol, but he's got a bunch of health. And then you've got Nikolai, who is the very hard difficulty, because he's just got a knife and a pistol and some health. He's the dodgy kind of character. We're gonna go with Mikhail, because as I said, I'm not very good at this. We get kind of a little setup here for why we're doing this.
Welcome. The rules are simple. In order to dispose of the bomb implanted in your body, you must reach the target point. Keep in mind that there will be various obstacles in your way, so do not be afraid to use whatever means necessary to reach your goal. Good luck. Ha 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 ha!
Alright, so basically, all we have to do is get to the warehouse that Jill starts the game in, and we start off in the train. So we have to make our way through downtown and uptown, and we're off. We start with 2 minutes. You can increase your time by killing enemies, as well as certain special things like rescuing survivors. Killing more enemies in a short amount of time will give you a bigger chunk of time, so there are some places where you're going to want to clear crowds. We have very limited ammo, though, as the only way to get more is to rescue survivors, who are scattered through some of the important areas of the map. You know, like the news place, Alright, that went better than I thought it would. Gotta watch out for... Ah, fuck. I was about to say gotta watch out for the sleeping guy, but I ran too far ahead into his face. These guys, not gonna move. Kill them. So yeah, we have to worry about ammo conservation, we have to worry about time conservation, and health conservation. A lot of stuff to juggle here. I believe 2 of the survivors will give you health items, so we're not completely screwed if we use up our only health item. In addition, Mikhail actually has the most health. He is tougher than Carlos. Gotta be careful here. Okay, so this is one of the areas that I feel is more based on luck than skill. We can get a big chunk of time if we can get these zombies to cluster around that barrel. Okay, that was pretty good. But sometimes they just won't. There'll be like 2 of them, and they'll all spread out. Don't have time for you, lady. So we're gonna take a detour here to the gas station, because there's a survivor there. I'm not very good at avoiding these dogs, so I'll probably get hit. Or, at least on the way out, I'll get hit. So in survivor areas, you have to clear all the enemies out of the room before the survivor will be rescued. Equip our gun here to crush this guy's skull. Reload. Your timer does not go down when you're in the inventory screen, which is nice. Get these guys close together. Ow. Anywhere where you can try to double up your shots is a good place to be. And there goes Dario, the survivor that Jill is with at the very beginning of the game. Some of the models for survivors and stuff in this are actually taken from Resident Evil 2. Let's see a few familiar faces. Okay. Get hit by that dog, get hit by that dog. Let's just get hit by all of them, why don't we? Okay, got him on the zigzag. Just gotta get to the door. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Yeah, this is where they're all gonna hit me. Alright. That always goes bad for me for some reason, even though those dogs aren't really that hard to avoid. It's not a good room. Alright, let's reload again. I also have a really bad tendency to forget rooms. Like, I'll think a door leads to the room that's actually, like, another room away. Alright, here we got a big crowd of zombies. This is a good way to get time. We just want to get them all bunched up. Unfortunately, these zombies have a tendency to kneecap and turn into crawlers. So now we're going to detour to the newspaper building. And here there are hunters, so we're going to want to pop the Magnum. This one's easy enough, he's just standing there. But this guy can be a bit of trouble, because he's at the top of these stairs. Usually he'll fuck up. I don't know what he's doing. I was not trying to dodge there. And the reason we took this detour is because there's another survivor up here. Yeah, lady, I'm coming. There's no, like, time limit to saving these survivors. It's not like you have to save them before they get killed. The zombies will pretty much just ignore them. They'll just sort of menace them until you save them. Alright. Newspaper lady. That is actually not someone we met in the game. That lady is the lady that appears on the Umbrella Pharmaceutical commercials in the one Umbrella building where we need to basically get a puzzle solution by looking at the TV screen. She's just the advertising lady that's standing on the screen. Oddly, none of the survivors, I don't think, are the lady in pink that you see getting chased by zombies early on, who may or may not be Dario's daughter. These guys are both in my way, but I'm just gonna go around them. Luckily, crawlers do disappear when you leave an area, so it's not like you have to worry about getting through a crawler field. Alright, we're doing pretty good on time compared to my usual standard. There are some dogs here, which is ironic because there's a sign on the wall that says attack dog. Okay. I didn't want to dodge, I just wanted to shoot them. Since we're doing alright on time, I'm going to go to the restaurant, which I usually avoid because it's kind of dangerous. Alright, so let's switch to the Magnum because there are more hunters lurking about. One right there. Right there, there's a third one in the front, but we're going to ignore him for now. Got a survivor hiding down here in the basement.
Help!
Going the wrong way. You don't look like a survivor. You look like an ex-survivor. Survivor is deceased. He has ceased to be. And it's Brad. Hey, Brad. Running away again. However, Brad does drop us a big stack of Magnum bullets, so he is useful for once. Instead of just being the canary in the mine shaft with Nemesis. Now we could kill that last hunter and go out the other side, which would lead us to where we need to go, but that would actually put us behind a crowd of zombies that I'd rather not have to shoot my way through. I was about to say, did we kill all the dogs? We definitely did not. Oh god. Okay, we're in danger now, so let's pop our herb. That's probably not a good time to use it. If you were good at the game, but I'm not. Alright. Where are we now? We're in a safe area. gonna pop out our rocket launcher here because this is the first area where we'll run into Nemesis. How did I miss? He's right in front of me. How did I miss that shot? And just like in the main game, you have to down him twice. But you get 10 seconds on the first down and 20 on the second, so that's usually worth doing. At least with Mikhail. Every other character, it's advisable to avoid Nemesis when you can. Because, nobody else really has anything to take him down quick. And that's really the only thing we should use our rocket launcher on is Mikhail. And spiders. This is the only area with spiders. Ow, fuck. I always talk about how non-threatening they are and then get hit by them. Got another survivor in the electrical substation. Some drain Themos. I'm just going to use the Magnum, because they can be a bit spongy with shotgun.
Go away!
A bunch of gross naked zombies in here. They're not very tough. I think they go down a bit easier than regular zombies. But they love to waste your time by being all over the place. Should be one more by this guy. Here's our first Resident Evil 2 character. It's Marvin Brana, with all of his zombie wounds. Jill never meets him, as he's already dead by the time she gets there. Alright, still doing pretty good on time. This spider, I always run into him because I try to go along the cars, but that, like, puts you right in his face. Get out of the way. Alright, got hit by him again. Didn't get poisoned. I think they can poison you, and that's the reason you start with a combined green, blue, and red herb, in case you get poisoned. But I'm pretty sure that's the only spot where that can happen. You know, I'm really glad that they didn't make the spider's legs block the area, because they would be impossible to get by otherwise, because they're so big. And of course, if we had shot them with the Magnum, they would have exploded into little babies. Alright, we got hunters here. We should be able to... Yeah, they like to jump at you, so you can usually get them to jump over your head. Alright, this room is full of zombies that are pretending to be dead. It's kind of hard to get through here without getting grabbed, so unequip our gun, which makes it a little easier to shake them off without taking damage. This guy's in the way. Ignore these guys. There is an exploding barrel, like, right here, but I find it never works that well. They don't really like to bunch up around it. And the music goes all quiet here because if we had more than 2 minutes left on our clock, we would actually have to fight mutated Nemesis, the one with all the tentacles, who jumps down from the bus. It is worth fighting him, though, if you have Mikhail, because he gives you a big chunk of time when you kill him. I think it's like 1.5 minutes or something. But unfortunately, we were too slow for that. Okay, so there's another Nemesis here. I tend to waste ammo here because zombies will get in the way of rockets. Alright. I imagine if you were just short of 2 minutes here, you could just turn around and go back if you went over the 2 minutes. But we're still too low, so we're just going to keep pressing on. Oh god, what am I stuck on? Alright, another Demos room. Just like in the main game, it's fairly easy to get through here without getting grabbed, because they're all up on the walls. Easy peasy. It's another crow area, so that's pretty much a freebie. There's no reason to go to the police station as far as I remember. There might be a special shiny thing there, but I'm not completely sure on that, since I haven't bothered with the shiny things. Okay, wait till they get close. How are we doing on shotgun ammo? Not too great. Still plenty of magnum bullets, though. Gotta watch out for these leeches. Ah, shit. Problem is, if one grabs you, you can't leave the area until you shake it off. It just won't let you go through loading doors. Alright, so now we're at the Umbrella advertising office. Should be our last survivor here. If I remember correctly, there are only 5. Okay. I want to try to conserve ammo here. We are running low. If I had been quick there, I could have ran through instead of fucking aiming. Alright. In our last survivor room here, we have 3 of the... I believe they're called Gamma Hunters, the blue ones. These 2 like to be tricky, though. They're hiding right around that corner, and they don't like to peek their heads out until you're in range. Oh, fuck. Well, that was a wasted shot, but we got enough ammo to take the hit. And there goes Nikolai. I assume if you were playing as Nikolai, that would be Carlos there. Or Mikhail, probably. Alright, now we can just boogie on over to the warehouse. So you can see that despite starting with 2 minutes, this actually takes a fair amount of time. As you keep getting a little bit more time here and there. Oh, leeches! I'm honestly not sure why they miss when they do. It always seems like they should hit you with the way they jump through you. Alright, we're not quite out of the shit yet, though. We still have a couple rough rooms. I believe this is the main one to worry about. Nope. This is actually a room that you can sort of cheese some free time out of. I'll show that off after we're done with this. Because this time we're just going to run through. But basically there's a way to just keep getting time here. As much as you want. This is the room I'm worried about. Yep. So this room here has not 1, but 2 Nemesis in it. Obviously, we don't have enough rockets to kill both of them, but we should be able to get some time out of it. Come on, buddy. Okay, I'm gonna get on the... Fuck, get out of the way. Get on the other side of them. And then I'm gonna go. That was pretty much the toughest room left. Obviously not that tough if you have a rocket launcher. So we're mostly smooth sailing from here, as long as we don't suddenly die horribly. Alright, we could go through the alleyway where Brad first appears, but it is full of zombies. We can actually go around here, and it will let us get the drop on a trio of hunters that are waiting in that alleyway for us to pop out. If we had come out the other door, we'd be right in the middle of all three of them. We're all kind of standing in this alley here. We're pretty much home free. Gotta run past these crows. And we're here. Now we just have to clear our way through these zombies, and we'll be done. That actually went way better than I thought it would. So when you get here, you either have to have enough bullets to kill these zombies, or enough health items to tank your way through them. I once managed to shove my way through extreme luck and extra healing items without firing a single shot, but I wouldn't recommend it. And that's it. We walk into this black void where this mysterious man is.
Well, that was impressive. You have earned your reward. And your freedom.
You can kind of see his facial features there. That's actually Police Chief Brian Irons, that model there, so it's another Resident Evil 2 one. I'm not sure who the lady is, though. And then at the end, we get graded on how much time we had left, survivors saved, health used, all that stuff. Which gives us some money where we can buy our various unlockables. As you can see, I didn't do great there, and I still got about 1,200, so it wouldn't really take that long to unlock these. And of course, there's the infinite ammo, which I don't think that would take that long either. But yeah, that's a basic run-through, a very unskilled run-through of Operation Mad Jackal, the Mercenaries. I'd say it's probably one of my least favorite of the unlockable sort of minigame modes, just because there's too many things to juggle that don't really work, I think, in a Resident Evil engine. It tries to be a little too actiony for what the game is designed for. There are some people who obviously really dig it, you know, who love doing Nikolai-only runs, but, yeah, I don't know. Not one of my favorite. I think I like Extreme Battle better, despite being kind of the same thing, just because it doesn't have a timer. Anyway, let's, there's a couple more things to show off here, so let's get into those. Of course, there are actually 6 survivors, not 5, and I completely forgot somebody here in the bar jack.
Stop!
Oh, fuck. Fuck you, zombie. Dodging out of the way. Of course, the other UVCS member. Basically, whichever one you're not playing as will appear here. Or appear here and the other place. And he gives us enhanced shotgun ammo, which is super handy, even though there's not a lot of stuff between here and the end of the mission that you need to use it on, but, you know, more ammo is always better. So as I mentioned, in this dog room, there is a way to cheese some time. Basically, you kill 2 of the 3 dogs, stand on top of this thing, and then just do this. You can pretty much do this forever, until you have as much time as you want. You know, you get yourself 10 minutes or something, and then... I lost the rhythm. And then just go to the ending, and you'll get a big chunk of time. Oh, I walked into him. I do find it's a bit easier if he's on the other side, but it's hard to get him to go over there. It definitely takes a little bit of practice, but, you know, as long as you've got some extra time, you can probably make it back once you get cut out. What is he stuck on? Well, it does work if you don't get hit. Basically, all you have to do is get the timing down, and then you can just sort of farm time off this dog. Which I'm not very good at, because the The timing is weird on the dodge. You have to dodge before he's even started jumping. But you can see, once you get good at this, at 9 seconds a pop, you're gonna get your time up there. Which can make it really easy to get a good score and get a lot of points, so you can unlock the infinite ammo for everything option. Anyhow, that's one little bonus thing about this. The other thing to mention is the sort of sparkly checkpoint areas. Basically, these are certain areas you can search that will give you time when you search them, and each one you search consecutively will give you double the time of the last one, until the 6th one gives you 64 seconds. So it can be worth detouring out of your way to grab those if you know where they are. They're usually slightly out of the way, or places you wouldn't look in the progress of the normal Mercenaries. I only made it here this time with 2 minutes, so I figured I'd also show off the second form, Nemesis, who just hops down from there. With the rocket launcher, he's not actually any tougher than regular Nemesis. It still takes 2 shots. Come on, buddy. Oh, that was a waste. But you can see he gives you 2 minutes, so he is definitely worth killing. Even if you have some of the other characters, there are a variety of exploding barrels around that you can kind of lure him to. It's a tough fight, but again, 2 minutes is a pretty big chunk, since you're pretty much safe after that. And that's pretty much everything that I wanted to cover about the Mercenaries, Operation Mad Jackal. Obviously, very different from what Mercenaries would eventually become by the time of Resident Evil 4 and 5, but it's definitely a start to that sort of bonus minigame, something that's expanded also in Code Veronica, and Resident Evil 0 had its own sort of weird thing, but that's not quite Mercenaries, since you're going around collecting items. It's actually closer, I guess, to Extreme Battle's last level. But yeah, that's the Mercenaries. It's not terrible or anything, it's just hard. It's a different kind of difficulty, I think, than the main game, because of the whole speed required. You know, it's not just about conserving ammo, deciding when to run and when to fight. It's about doing that on a very quick timeline. Of course, once you play it a couple times, it doesn't change at all, so, you know, there's really no random variation that you have to potentially adjust for. Once you've got a good plan, you've got a good plan, you stick to it. And then you just try to get better times and better scores. But yeah, that took way too long for me to get around to doing, but I've finally done it, and I'm glad, because I don't like to leave things unfinished like that. That's pretty much everything, I think, for Resident Evil 3. I don't think there's anything I forgot to cover. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention with the survivors, actually. I did say earlier that there's no sort of time limit to keep them alive. That's not really true. There's no time limit once you're actually in the room, but if you take too long to get to the room in the first place, they'll just be dead when you get there, and there'll be no enemies in the room. You can tell if that's happened or not, because if they don't scream, then obviously they're already dead. But yeah, I forgot to mention that. Anyhow, that's the second bonus episode, and probably final one for Resident Evil 3. And I've been Shadefyre, and I hope you join me for future Resident Evil LPs, or other things. Until then, you folks all have a fine day.